Happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome back. Today, I'm doing my most anticipated book releases for the rest of 2018. I have 8 books on my list. This is a mix of genres as well as a mix of young adult and adult books. So I'm just gonna jump right into it going by publication order. The first book that I'm really excited to come out is To Make Monsters Out of Girls by Amanda Lovelace. This is a poetry collection that I'm very excited for because I have read Amanda Lovelace's previous works. If you did not know, she wrote The Princess Saves Herself in this one and The Witch Doesn't Burn in this one, and I enjoy both those immensely. To Make Monsters Out of Girls is the first in a duology of poetry, which is something I don't think you see very often. It's telling a story in 2 parts. To Make Monsters Out of Girls explores Amanda's memory of being in an abusive relationship, and also she poses the question, can you ever escape from that abusive relationship even if you have separated from them? Can you mentally get over it? And I'm really excited for more from Amanda Lovelace in general. She has, I believe, 2 more poetry books coming out next year, but this one is going to be published on September 18th. The next book that I am excited for is Don't Call Me Crazy, edited by Kelly Jensen. This is a collection of essays and poetry and comics by 33 young adult authors, all relating back to mental health. Some contributors include Libba Bray, V.E. Schwab, Emery Lord, Adam Silvera. There's a whole host of authors, and I think I'm most excited for the format just because it's not a typical YA anthology. It's going to be mostly nonfiction, and it's going to include so many different types, not just essays, but comics and illustrations and poetry and all that good stuff I'm very excited for. This comes out on October 2nd. The next book is one of the most anticipated releases that I've had for the past 2 years, and that is The Witch Elm by Tana French. Tana French is an author that writes adult mystery novels, and most of them take place in Ireland. She has written the Dublin Murder Squad series, which is kind of a companion series. You can read them in any order that you want, but there's characters that cross over, and we're all kind of based out of this Dublin Murder Squad. But as far as I know, this is not part of the Dublin Murder Squad series. This is a standalone novel. This follows a man named Toby who is generally a happy person. He's had a very good life when one day he gets jumped by burglars and is beaten near to death, and this changes his life forever. And while he's struggling to recover from his injuries, he actually goes to his ancestral home to help take care of his uncle Hugo. Finally, just to yank up the suspense, when he is at this home, a skull is found in an elm tree on the property, and detectives are starting to close in and I believe see him as a suspect, and he has to deal with the fact that his past may not be what he remembered. Tana French is a masterful writer, and I cannot wait to get this from her, especially this eerie suspenseful novel in the fall. I'm thinking there might be a little bit of magic to this one too. I just get that vibe a little bit, but that's just me. This book comes out on October 9th, and you bet I will be purchasing it that day. Another October 9 release, that day is going to be a beautiful day for me, is Bridge of Clay by Marcus Zuzak. If you guys did not know, Marcus Zuzak is the author of The Book Thief as well as I Am the Messenger. He is one of my favorite authors of all time. I love both of his books. The thing about his books is they're so different from each other. I Am the Messenger is a contemporary, where The Book Thief is a historical fiction, but they both tug on my heartstrings like no other. I did not think we were gonna get another book release from Marcus Zuzak. I think The Book Thief came out in 2006 and I Am the Messenger came out before that, or if it came out after, it was 2008. And it's 2018 in case you guys didn't know, and I'm so pumped. I did not think we were ever gonna get another book from Marcus Zuzak. I'm so excited. This story follows 5 brothers who are orphans, so they help raise each other and they have to navigate the adult world, and their father has disappeared. These 5 boys discover a piece of information in relation to their father's disappearance. And at the center, in the very middle of all these brothers, is Clay, who is determined to build a bridge between his past and his family and his future. And the question is, how far is he willing to go and how much is he going to overcome? I'm so excited for this book. I hope it's chunky. I hope it's just as moving. Maybe my expectations are too high, but I hope it's just as moving as The Book Thief and I Am the Messenger. I cannot wait for it. Again, this comes out on October 9th. The next book I'm really excited for is Empress of All Seasons by Emiko Jean. This sounds like such an amazing young adult fantasy novel. It takes place in this world basically where there's a competition to see who is going to be Empress, and anyone can compete except the, I don't know how to pronounce this, yokai, who have supernatural powers. And the competition is 4 different seasoned themed rooms, so it's like winter, spring, summer, and fall. And plot twist, our main character is competing, and also she has these supernatural abilities that she's trying to hide. I'm very excited for it. It sounds amazing. It's so much fun. It comes out on November 6th. Guys, this next one I'm anticipating, but oh, my heart hurts so much to tell you this. This is Fire and Blood by George R.R. Martin. No, this is not the next book in the Song of Ice and Fire series. Why? I don't know. This is a spin-off prequel first book in a new series that he has decided to write. And I'm a little bit salty about it, but I'm still gonna read this book because it's George R.R. Martin and it's the Song of Ice and Fire world. I'm gonna read it. I look crazy right now, I know it, because I'm feeling crazy. Let me calm down for a second. I am excited about this book. This is the first in a 2-volume history of the Targaryens. Basically a century before the events of the first book, Game of Thrones, we have the Targaryens that came over to Westeros to conquer it from Valyria. It looks like this is going to follow Aegon the Conqueror and his story with his sister coming over and conquering Westeros. And I'm excited about it. It comes out on November 20th, but I'm a little salty that it's not Winds of Winter. The next book I'm really excited for, that is probably of no surprise, is Queen of Air and Darkness by Cassandra Clare. This is the 3rd book in the Dark Artifices series, which is the 14th or 15th book in the Shadowhunter Chronicles, so I can't really synopsize it for you. It comes out on December 4th. The Dark Artifices is definitely my favorite of all of her works, of all of her series, so obviously I'm anticipating this final book. It's gonna kill me. Lord of Shadows wrecked my soul, and this book is just gonna kill me forever. The last book I am excited to comes out on December 11th, and that is The Disasters by M.K. England. This is a book that I just heard about, but it sounds so good. It follows our main character who is about to get kicked out of a pilot school when there is a huge, massive terrorist attack, and this main character, as well as 3 others that were about to get kicked out, are the only survivors. They are the only witnesses to this event, as well as the perfect scapegoats. They are on the run and accused of crimes they didn't commit. They actually end up performing this heist to try and spread the truth throughout all of the space colonies to clear their names, and it just sounds like so much fun. A very character-driven story with a heist in it. I'm excited. Again, this comes out on December 11th, and I'm very, very pumped for it. So that is it for my most anticipated releases for the rest of the year. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys soon with another video. Goodbye!